Let's switch it up and we'll greet everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another live composing stream, Making the Crimson Diamond, with Julia and Dan.
Yes.
And yeah, let me, frame rate is tanked. Oh, it's sorted, it smoothed out now. Okay. Illy Swank, what's up? My friend. Mousimus is here. It's Always Sammy is here. Jim Plays Games is here. Judith Butler's everybody's here. Good, good, good. Hi, everybody. Eden Waith is here. Nice. So yeah, I have a brand new streaming setup, and it's pretty awesome. I am just a little bit like, you know how you get behind the wheel of a new car that, like a different type of car than you've ever driven before? I feel like I'm driving like a tractor trailer, like a Mack truck or something, and I've never driven one before. Well, I do know how to drive. I'm not sure I know how to drive a Mack truck, or at least I can't drive it very fast. So what's going on, everybody? How we doing today? This fine Crimson Tuesday evening.
Yes, Crimson Tuesday.
What does this button do? Trust me, there is a lot of that. Yes, I set up my system through an Amiga. Or a Pinto, Sean. Yeah, I mean Illy Swank, excuse me. So I have a question, or not a question so much as a request from the chat. If there's anything volume-wise that's a little funny, I can switch it on the fly. I've got my mixer right here with me, close by, so I can make things louder or quieter as they need to be, which was an upgrade for me. I have a new computer, so what I'm doing is I'm streaming from one machine, which has its own, it's a full machine, its own monitor, and I've got another machine which is running Pro Tools, and I used to be streaming from that machine, but I switched this up so that we could have everything, very streamlined. So even though it's streamlined at the moment, it's also a little daunting because I have two keyboards, two mouse, two interfaces. It's a little nuts.
You're used to lots of keyboards, though, right?
Yeah, kind of, in a way. Not like this, but yes. And and we also have, of course, another camera. So we have the piano cam, as you can see, and an RTX 3070. But the RTX 3070 is actually not really being used at all. I downgraded the GPU in a way. But anyway, did Julia just make a dad joke? That was borderline dad joke. Streamlined is definitely a dad joke. Jim, I'll split that one with you. That's half for you and half for me.
That was really good, actually. That was high level, and I appreciate it.
Hire Amiga Bill to come. You know, that's not actually a terrible idea. He doesn't live that far from me.
He lives games.
I think Amiga Bill lives about 30 or 40 miles away, so he's not really that far. But what we're going to do tonight, and ideally I'd kind of like to show it off on stream. I'd like to, Julia mentioned a couple of reference tracks, and I'd actually like to play those reference tracks for the stream, even though we'll probably have to blank them out on the video on demand, unless you don't want to do that.
No, we should. I think it's useful, and I don't care, because I can just mute out the section in YouTube. It's fine.
Perfect.
It's fine.
So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching the replay, these two songs won't be available, but you could simply reference them yourself, and maybe Julia will put a link in the video on demand to those videos that are referenced. And if somebody's really upset about it, they can remind us, and we'll put them on there. So yes, and shout out to Jim Plays Games, and Jim also makes games. He released his first game on December 8th, so you can check that out on the Steam store.
Yes.
Can you put the Steam link in there, Jim or Julia? That would be awesome.
Okay, Jim.
Yep.
I don't have Steam link.
Jim probably has it. You could stick it up there, right, Jim? There we go. Perfect.
Thank you.
And there's the link to Jim's game, which is kind of a tactical RPG, I think. Tactical combat style RPG. Similar. It reminds me of, I guess the combat is kind of got that feel of like Advance Wars or early Heroes of Might and Magic or King's Bounty or something like that. Yeah, there's some camera shake. I got to work out a better stand for this webcam that's in front of me, but it's all good. Yep, with an irreverent story and characters and a great trailer and a great voiceover on that trailer. By the way, I wanted to ask this. How did you cast the voiceover for that trailer, Jim? Because Julie and I were looking at this the other night. We're not actually casting voiceover, but we were kind of messing around with the idea of casting voiceover. Like, how would you even do it? And we looked on some website and we found a ton of voices, almost all of which were cringeworthy. I feel like is the...
Well, they wouldn't work for what we're looking for.
But what would they work for?
I don't know. I mean, there's.
That's what I'm saying. They're cringeworthy. That's my argument.
I'm not going to say that.
Oh, Anna, what's up? I wish I could stay on. I'm just finishing up work and I'm on my way home to interview Lori and Corey Cole for the CGG podcast. Yay for the Switch release of Hero U, and I look forward to... Oh, well, thank you. That's amazing. And that's awesome that they got a Switch release for Hero U, because I think Switch is just like the perfect platform for adventure game lovers. And it's so perfect because it's handheld. You can use your fingers to type on a touch screen. You know, it's just, there's so many good things about it. It's just amazing. And, you know, assuming you're not using high GPU requirements or anything like that, which most adventure games tend not to, it's perfect. What did it say? Grunislav would probably have a good answer for this. Oh, for casting, for voice casting? Yeah. Actually, really, the guy I think that loves it to do the casting is Dave Gilbert. He's actually voice casting for the new Hero U game. He's doing the voice casting. Oh, there's Grundislav. There you go. And he's here. What's up, Francisco? Can we shout out Grundislav?
For sure will.
So what's cool about, if you guys don't know this, what's cool about the release of Hero U on Switch is that they were able to get it working on Switch. And I originally understood they basically built the engine from scratch. So it's a proprietary engine. It's not Unity. I thought it was Unity, but it's their own proprietary engine, which means they have to port it to Switch themselves. They have to get the dev kit themselves. And that's the one downside to developing for consoles, that you do need a dev kit, so there is a cost required for that. And I wonder if Grundislav has thought about or kicked around the idea of a dev kit for Nintendo Switch for porting Lamplight City, because Lamplight City would port perfectly. Shardlight would port well. Shardlight, I guess, would be Dave's responsibility. Golden Wake would port perfectly, I would think. But yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of work. But we were talking to... Who were we talking about last week where we were talking about the porting? Oh, it was on Twitter, wasn't it? About porting, how difficult it would be to port Crimson Diamond to, or AGS games elsewhere to other platforms. PC and Mac being easy, Linux being relatively easy, but once you get to console, you need a dev kit.
And also, like on Android phones, it works okay. And also recently, on Twitter, I saw that ScumVM is now supporting AGS, which also helps with the platform's compatibility.
Is ScumVM used at all for Switch? Like, is there a port of ScumVM for Switch? I bet you there is. I read today that ScumVM is now supporting AGS games. Okay, there we go.
Well, some AGS games, yeah. It kind of depends on version and stuff.
Gotcha.
That's what I read. Yeah.
Frozo Grabbins, what's going on? Oh, and so here's what Francisco says. If you do an open call, you obviously have to go through all auditions yourself. If you use a casting director, which would make more sense for a game, they weed out the more cringeworthy auditions. Have you done both, Grundislav? That's Pac Billy, the writer for the game. Oh, nice. He's a friend and also has a YouTube channel. We've done many collabs. Okay, well, he did a really good job on your trailer, Jim. It kind of fit the kind of comedy and everything. I thought it fit really well. And when Julie and I were kind of listening to these random voice samples, we were just like, plug your ear. Well, I have headphones on, but plug your ears worthy auditions. I mean, that's why we ended up using Julia because she was a much better choice than what we were looking at. I've worked only with a casting director on my commercial games. For freeware stuff, I basically just took whoever. Yeah, I mean, I get that. That makes sense. But I didn't realize you cast all of them. So that's cool. So that probably saved you a lot of headaches. Very nice. Okay, so if you're interested in hiring him for voice work, I can ask if he's available. He's great to work with. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we're not at the point really right now because the game obviously doesn't have any VO and probably doesn't need any VO, but you know, you never know. It would be cool at some point if we need that to be able to do that. And Julia's kind of the work seems to pile on her plate more day by day. So she's always got new things going on in the gaming industry, which is pretty cool. And yeah, speaking of which, I have new things going on in the industry as well because
very good.
I have, well, not new things, I should say, new things with the game that I worked on, a game called Empire of Sin, which if we get a little time at the end of stream, we're going to play some and stream some of it because it got the 1.03 patch yesterday, which was a pretty big patch for the game. And I got to make sure that I have it on there, but yeah. TCD2. Yeah, well, let's release TCD1 before we get and you know what I mean, before we start thinking about anything else at this point. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. Oops. Okay, so let me see here. I need to have no betas on. Pause and resume. Okay. Now I will have the actual properly released version of Empire of Sin and not be playing a development build on stream because that would not be good. For the Rosewater trailer, I asked a VA I know if she was interested, also because I want her to play the same characters. Oh, yeah, that's even better. That's really awesome. So I guess that probably, while it probably increased costs in the short term, in the long term, I would bet that would save money as opposed to using, you know, just whoever or simply trying to go through all those auditions. Leisure Suit Nancy, come on. That's funny. Anyway, let's go to our references. I think this update is downloaded. No, it's not. Okay, well, either way, we can still go to the references. I think it'll be just fine. So what was the first song you wanted to do as a reference?
The Dagger of Amon-Ra, the coroner's scene where he's kind of quizzing her on what she learned in the game or what the players learned in the game.
And do you know what the name of the part is or the song? Or should we just go soundtrack?
Yeah, if you go to Dagger of Amon-Ra soundtrack, there's a couple that have it. They have timestamped in the
Coroner's Inquest.
Yeah, probably that one.
Karas. I'm trying. Good luck. How do we pronounce this?
Karasalash?
Karasalash. The Coroner's Inquest.
Karasalaki? Yeah, I mean, hold on, let me, because I was just looking at it just now, so I should be in my history.
Here's the complete soundtrack.
Yes, so it is. Just mute this. It's called
Corner.
For Dylan Dow Music's one, it's listed as Henri Lamour the Coroner. It's kind of sixth from the bottom or something.
Okay. Well, I can read it on here.
Yeah, I'll
6 from the bottom.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just put
It's towards the end of the game, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just drop a link in the chat for it, the time-stamped part of it. Hey, Overroy, good to see you. So that's the first one, and the second one I will also link in chat after. I'll find it, and then when the time comes.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to get that off here. Okay, I have the link, I have the power, and let's go to, okay. Do I have another one without the, no, I'll just turn this off. Okay, there we go.
Anyone else experiencing low volume tonight?
I'm experiencing no volume tonight. Oh, you mean overall the volume is low? Is that the case?
Oh, that's what Ferrari's saying. I'm not sure if anyone else's experience.
Okay, so let me fix that. How about now? Is that a little better? Quite low? How about now? Is the volume better now? I just turned up myself, and I can turn up Julia a little more if I need. Unfortunately, I don't know why this isn't working. It should be working here. It is not playing. Oh, because I didn't hit play?
That's a possibility.
I still don't hear it. Interesting. And I wonder if that's because I'm running Pro Tools. It is very possible. Hold on a sec. Let's do this. Okay. I have a solution. So what are we going to title tonight's piece, by the way?
I guess the debrief. Or debrief. Although I don't even think that's the right name for it. I'm just going to look up the word debrief.
That's okay. Debrief 2021.
Oh, yeah, sure, that works. Yeah, that works. I'm quieter than Dan now, apparently, too.
Don't save there. Yes, I can bring up Julia a little bit if we need to. I have this. I don't know if Dan should have this much power. Well, that's the way it goes. It looks like I have power, but if you look at the two pictures right now, Julia's actually bigger than me. And I have camera shake, so that's no good anyway. Oh, let's see here. I need to do this one more time. 48 kilohertz. No, this should be good. Everything should be good here. Let's see if this will work too. Which of these devices? Yes. No. Sometimes it says, there we go. Now it should be working. I assume you can hear that now.
Yeah, on and off, yeah. But it's not at the right timestamp anymore.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, okay, cool. Here it goes. Okay. After this piece, actually.
Good, because this is weird and it's in 9/8 time.
Yeah, it's not this one. It's the one that after this one, I believe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that one. Yes, Henri Lemoore is the coroner's name.
Very nice.
It's kind of cutting in and out, though.
Is it? Is it cutting in and out for everybody, or is it just cutting in and out for Julia?
Maybe just me.
It's probably you because you might have volume control stuff on Discord.
All right.
So, okay, good.
Cool. Good.
Does it need more volume, or is it good?
Well, for me it's fine, but I don't know if everyone else will feel.
Julia's still quiet.
I wonder what kind of volume stuff I'm going to have on this. I don't know if I can figure that out.
Oh no, I can change your volume.
Oh, in terms of just the cutting out, you said I might have volume controls or something on?
Yeah, you may.
Okay. I will look.
Okay, I get this piece. Cool. And did anybody notice? So this is something, if you look on my Instagram, I've been posting some different things that have to do with song structure. One of them, the most recent one I posted, was Super Bowl Sunday. The Weeknd performed, and I did a song structure analysis of the Weeknd song "Blinding Lights." Let me put in the. Is there any chance you could put the Instagram link in there just so people could see what? Well, no, hell, put it in there, and then I'll go to it as well so we can look at it.
Instagram? I don't do an Instagram. Is it in Twitter?
You have an Instagram.
Yeah, I do, but I just never use it.
Oh, it's instagram.com/DanTheBandNYC.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we go. So this is, hopefully everybody can see this.
Okay.
This is the song structure analysis of Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. And it's basically just the structure of the song, so it's not really anything complex. Hopefully you can see all this. I put the title of the song, the artist, the writers, the key, the BPM, the time signature, the length of the song, the album that it's from, the date of release, and the record company. Just make sure you show us your Instagram. That's a different stream, Francisco. The intro, I've analyzed basically each section and how long they are. And then I made a note, since this is a pop song, the tempo is way faster than the typical top 40 song. So bar lengths are double what we'd expect them to normally be. And this song does not have a vocal hook. The hook of the song is an instrumental hook. Now, okay, why am I talking about a pop song top 40 when we're making MT32 music and we just listened to a game from, what year is that game from? 90, 91, Laura Bo?
Yeah, I think one of those two. I would guess 90.
Yeah, so 90, 91, somewhere in there. And how does that relate? Well, interestingly enough, I think it relates big time. Let's see here. So this is the first section. It's got kind of this descending piano thing and repeated. And that functioned as kind of like an introduction. Then we still have the piano riff, and this part would be considered, I don't know if you could call it the verse, but it would be more like the A section. And then we change the key. It's kind of maybe another A section in a different key. And then there's a change here where all the instruments come in. So now here's our biggest point in the song. And there's a solo. So the song form is different because it's an older style of music, but the same basic things apply. So, what's going on here? Okay. So yeah, now let's go to the other piece because I really have I feel like I have a good handle on what this piece is doing here.
The other piece is the Space Quest 5 piece. I'll just put it in chat.
Perfect. Yeah. And I'll steal it out of my own chat. If I can see my own channel. Oh, I need to do it this way. I am muted. Okay. Boom. There we go. Oh, Dave the tax expert.
For free.
I'm very happy about that, Dave. Thank you. Oh, Wanda. Does anybody watch this show, by the way? I've heard people really like it. Thank you, Sammy, for the subscription. So it's an angry Jeopardy. Right. Very nice. I like that. I think that's a little bit different. That's definitely Jeopardy with a little anger and angst, whereas the other one is more of a 20s kind of descending vibe. So how do we want to find that marriage? What's our keys to success here?
Well, yeah, I mean, we want to definitely keep to the Canadian folksy feel. I think, especially because it's one of the last pieces I think that we'll be hearing the player will be hearing in the game. So in a way, it kind of is wrapping up the game, and also is serving to be kind of a debrief, test taking kind of music. Hey, Dave, we're good to see you.
It's actually Ivor, right? What did we decide the other day? It's something different.
Oh, no, I don't know.
What's going on? Good to see you. It's been a couple of weeks, right? I think so. Anyway, all right. Let's turn this cam on. Let's turn this cam off. And let's see. Let me make sure I have everything up that we need to have up.
Making sure everyone can hear the keyboard because I'm not sure that I can.
You should be able to.
Are you playing it now?
I am not playing it.
Okay.
I'm just setting up the sounds at the moment. So what I need to do is this. And I should set up a template. Oh, it's kind of set up. Okay, cool. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
So let me choose a sound here.
Mm-hmm. So that's definitely not the sound.
No. That's a little too Space Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Day of War. So then she had it right. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying. 2 weeks you finished hair dyeing. Whoa, sweet. On a shader issue for the Quest for Glory like fighter. Sweet. The stream's been good. That's not it. So what kind of, I'm going to ask you some more feeling words. What feeling words do we need here for this part of the stream?
Okay, so yeah, for this debriefing part, I don't want it to be too tense. It kind of, the player's kind of gone through this whole game experience, and so I want it to be somewhat relaxed, but you kind of you're wrapping things up. I don't know. It should feel, actually, let me go to my list of feeling words.
Okay, feeling words is always a good thing.
Yes, so let me do that. Because I do like the vibe of the Laura Bow one quite a bit.
Yep.
And there's something nice about the Space Quest one, because yeah, it definitely feels like you're sitting down at a desk and answering questions.
It's got some angst to it. the Space Quest one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that way?
I feel like there is some tension, but it's not too tense. It's kind of comical.
So to ASMR.
Let's see.
Comical but intense.
Well, yeah, I don't want it to be too intense because I want it to be like the player doesn't feel under pressure to finish this test, so it shouldn't sound too much like a Jeopardy type of thing.
But it also shouldn't be. Yes, gotcha. Shouldn't be too angsty, but it shouldn't be too jaunty either.
Yes.
Should it have a seriousness about it? Is that a good word? Or no?
Yeah, I guess so. Because the player had just been on this, wonderful experience or this adventure, and now you kind of are settling in to like a comfy chair, and you're gonna make sense of it all. So I'm looking at my words here, so I'm gonna.
So it's confusion, or?
No, you just I guess it's consolidation of ideas. So you've just had this whole. It's almost like if you go on a vacation.
So Nancy's turning in. She's putting on her detective cap then.
Yeah, she's coming. You're coming back after this experience, and you're gonna write down, oh, this is what I did on my vacation or something. But it's not a vacation; it's this other experience. And so this is what happened, and this is what I did, and this is what I thought, and all that. So it kind of you're reflecting on your experience in a way.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about where I love to start with songs, almost all the time, is the tempo or the BPM, which is beats per minute, or how fast the song goes. And what's really cool about classical music and the way that it's notated, do I have any here to show you guys? Yes, I do. You know what? Let me get a book because I want to show exactly how it works.
Okay.
Julia, maybe you can just keep them entertained for a moment.
Entertained. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go over some of these feeling words potentially. And we can talk about them. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of reflecting on an experience, I'd like to say. I'm quiet again. They say I'm quiet again.
You're quiet again? Okay, let's fix that. Okay.
So yeah, kind of making sense of this experience you just had in a way.
Is that better? Is that better for? Is Julia louder?
Am I better?
I can make her a little louder too if needed. Does anyone know any sea shanties?
A little louder, if needed.
Still?
I do know some sea shanties. Well, I don't know if they're shanties by construction though. Dan will have to weigh in on that.
I don't know a sea shanty from a hole in the ground, so I'm not sure. But It's Always Sammy wrote rubato, and Judith Butler's Lover wrote prestissimo or faster, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. So right here is one of my music books, Alexander Scriabin, The Complete Preludes and Etudes for Pianoforte Solo. So what this is just sheet music, right? And I'll go to one that I actually play if it has a tempo marking. This is a good one because this is Prelude Opus 2 number 2, which is very, very early Scriabin. One of his earliest pieces that he wrote, probably published. There's actually usually what you'd see, usually you'd see right here at the beginning of the song, you would see some kind of tempo marking. You have the key signature, which is the key of B. You have a time signature, which is 3/4. But you don't have a tempo marking, which would normally be right here at the top of this staff. But at the bottom here, there's a footnote that says, well, you probably can't read it, so I'll just read it. It says, the composer did not designate the tempo. The prelude is traditionally played andantino. And andante is a tempo marking that's used, so you can see andantino there. Typically what that means is a walking tempo. So andante is a walking tempo. Andantino would be a little walking tempo, probably roughly translated. He played for the Yankees. Very funny. Yes, Scriabin, the Prometheus chord. Well, they call it the Scriabin mystic chord or the Prometheus chord or whatever, but that's much later music. But yeah, I like those Italian tempo markings, and if anybody speaks Italian, these are just literally Italian words. All classical music typically is written that way. So you read it andante, presto, which would be quite quick. Rapido, you might see, or rapide, however it says. There's a lot of cadenza. There's a lot of different words. Cadenza is kind of more of a note. It's not such a tempo as it is kind of a section marking. But anyway, yeah, so the nice thing about that is it doesn't give you an exact BPM. So andante just means a walking tempo. So in a little walking tempo or andantino, I think that's what it means. It could also mean a faster walking tempo. But regardless, what tempo is calzone? That's the tempo. That's the dinner time tempo. Grave is a kind of a tempo, I think. Legato is not a tempo. Legato actually just refers to the notes and how they're played, and it simply means connected. So I'll give you an example of legato playing would be, whereas staccato playing would be, that would be the opposite of legato playing. Staccato would be separated, legato would be connected. Moderato is a tempo. Moderato means moderate. And the thing about it is, sorry, I know we're getting a lot of screen shake here. The thing about it is they're not exact. They're an interpretive tempo, right? So whereas a BPM, 124 beats per minute, is 124 beats per minute. So we don't really need to get, we're gonna use an exact tempo, but I'm gonna think of roughly in my mind, rather than taking the exact BPM from the Laura Bow game or from Space Quest, I'm going to think of a walking tempo because that's kind of what it sounded like to me.
People walk at different speeds though, like you said, so I don't understand how that can be.
So maybe this is more of a sauntering tempo. But yes, but I agree. It's up for interpretation. Right? It means what you think it means. Or you can play the song and decide, what you think of it. And if anybody is curious, let me see if I can actually do this. Ooh.
What happened?
We just had a bad connection there. Sorry. If you guys were curious as to what that piece sounded like that I just showed you, I'll try to play it. Oh, you can't see my hands. Hold on. Let me do that again. I'll do two things. In fact, I'll give you the piano sound and I'll let you see the whole thing, and it'll be kind of cool. It'll be a good chance for me to actually perform for people for the first time in first time in God knows how long.
Yes.
Addictive keys, and we'll even use a nice piano sound. I'm going to turn off the MT32 for now.
Where's the hands cam?
Oh, my bad. This is why we got to remind me. Okay, how about this?
There we go.
Oh, I ran out of notes. There's no low B there. Sorry, this piano doesn't actually go low enough to play the whole song. That's it. Very short, but nice little piece. And I love the music of Scriabin. Sorry, that it needs to go down another half step. But the piano only is 61 keys, this particular one. So that's all good. So that's Scriabin Prelude, Opus 2, number 2. Played because I missed some notes, but that's okay. One day when I get my piano tuned, I'll bring it upstairs and I'll play the actual piano. But I don't have my actual piano down here. So anyway, back to where we were. That's roughly andantino or andante, whatever you want to call it. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could play it faster, but I don't like the way it sounds. So I guess the way to decide what tempo you want is to say, how does it sound? How does it feel to me? Does that feel right? Does that not feel good? Does it feel good? It's weird for me to play it like that. Yeah, it's interpretive. So that tempo actually doesn't stay solid like we would stay in a more modern pop song with drums and things like that, where you just keep it real on the beat. If I did that, it sounds okay, but it's kind of a little mechanical. And this particular piece doesn't want it to be played mechanical. So, anyway. He never needed that key. That's hilarious. Yeah, actually, this piano, it has a busted key on it. This D, for whatever reason, always plays at max volume, no matter, well, not always, but it mostly plays at max volume, so watch. So you hear how the one... So a lot of times I have to go back and correct it. I just like this particular keyboard. As you can see, there's other keyboards here all over the place, but I just love the way this one works and sounds. So let's go back. And let's start doing some composing. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to make this big. I'm going to turn our MT32 back. I got an idea, actually. Let's see here. I want to change this. Let's see. What kind of sounds are we thinking for this?
Well, yeah, I mean the Canadian folk tuney type of.
So maybe a guitar.
Yeah, I mean maybe even the stuff that we were using for the theme song. Some of those similar sounds.
Cool. Yep. I'm kind of feeling something like that. What do you think? No?
It's a bit jaunty. Dave says feels like I'm in a Monkey Island bar.
That's a good thing. Maybe not for this section of the game or this game at all, but
like pondering, pondering and reflecting on your experience.
Is it too busy? I feel like kind of maybe it's too busy.
Yeah, it could be a bit busy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something more, spaced out a bit. And yeah, you're thinking considering what you've just experienced in a way.
Okay, so let's see.
The sound kind of has gone off. Oh, there we go.
You don't hear it?
There was a part where it didn't sound like you were playing, but I don't know if you were doing anything.
Oh, gotcha. No, I was playing. Slat. I'm liking that sound. I'm still thinking it's maybe a little too intrusive.
Maybe it's the instrument even.
What is it about the instrument? What does it need to be more of?
I think maybe simpler. I mean, it's a sound that sound in particular.
It's too complex. The sound.
Yeah, it kind of it extends. You know, it's kind of which I kind of like in a way, but maybe that one's a bit too. Yeah, that's better. That's not as heavy, like not as Definitely more thinking, which is nice.
I like this.
So what the player would be seeing is, did Mr. Green, what did Mr. Green get hit over the head with in the conservatory? The lead pipe, the wrench, the candlestick type of thing. What was Nessa's motive for, stealing the almonds from the bowl? That type of thing.
She stole the almond from the bowl?
Well,
this is a salacious game. Oh my God.
Was it for money? Was it revenge? Was it using the dagger of Amon-Ra example, for instance?
It was Nessa with the Jordan almond in the Jordan almond room. What room was that, by the way? What's the technical name? The parlor. Okay, yes.
The Jordan almond room. Her motive was
only in Crimson, Ontario, do they have rooms dedicated or built out of Jordan almonds. Jordan brand almond room.
Sponsored
no, that would be
Jordan almonds.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. It's a little slower than walking tempo, but I don't mind it.
I like slower
for
this. Because you don't want the player to hurry. You want to encourage them to really think about, what they're going to respond with.
Okay, so 75-ish is the BPM. How long does it take to dither a shed? Questions like that. I love that. That's amazing. Okay. See, Judith Butler's lover, there's a reason we wanted you around. 61. What the hell did I just do now? Did I just lose our sound?
I hear it, but they might not, I don't know.
Yeah, I changed the patch. That's not the right patch. Is it?
They say they can hear it, so, well, I mean, maybe not the same right instrument, though.
What if I use guitar? I think that'll work. Yeah, 59. I think this will work very nicely.
I agree it's always Sammy. Nancy is a plucky hero, so guitar is perfect.
How long should this piece be?
It has to loop, so I mean, I don't know, it depends how long you want to make it, I guess.
I'm thinking like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, perfect.
Maybe something somewhere in between 2 or 3 minutes, I should say.
Yeah, this piece, probably more than a lot of the other ones, would probably be heard for quite a long time as a player's figuring stuff out.
Because they're reading, but they're also kind of deducing in their own mind as a player.
Yeah, trying to decide what
cool.
the,
what to type, what to do.
Yeah. However, to respond to the questions that I haven't asked yet and don't know how I'm designing that part yet, but yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see. That's too fast. That's better. Something like that.
Fantastic.
Something like that. We'll make a couple of changes. Let's see. Let me shut off this. Contemplative. That's a good word. That's a really good word.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to have come across.
I mean, I really like it. I think there's a couple of changes I would make, fixes here and there.
And
Good.
Just listening to it, actually, I think I have the scene in my head now, exactly how I want it to be.
Awesome.
Because I wasn't sure what the setting would be like and how this would interplay with that. But after hearing the piece, I'm pretty sure I know how that's going to work now.
Awesome.
Yes. And I will tell you off of stream and see what you think about it.
Okay, great. I'll shut that off. So, Slat Studio feels a bit sad. I mean, I think that's okay, because I think there's not angst. Is there sadness involved? I feel like it's a word close to sadness, but not that exact word. Contemplative is good. Definitely want that. We don't really want sadness, but maybe it's a sadness that's present in others, if not in the main character. It's a sadness that's present in the room. Is that a fair assessment?
It's wistful.
Wistful. Interesting. Yeah, wistful's a good one. What does wistful mean to you, Julia?
Well, it's not quite. It's not as heavy as sadness. I think it's, for me, I'm gonna look it up real quick. But for me, it's kind of looking back on something, and appreciating some of the good stuff and recognizing some of the stuff that wasn't so great.
Somberness, melancholy. Those are good words. Full of whist.
Full of whist.
Sometimes I have to take a whist.
Showing a feeling of vague or regretful longing.
Yeah, I like those words. Melancholy is totally on the right spot. Somberness, longing. That's really good.
Yeah, because I think it's perfect, because for Nancy, this was her, her first big adventure some place, and she's gone through this whole thing, and now it's over. So there's things that she thought was awesome and things that were not so awesome, and she's thinking about those things and has this feeling about it. I think
there's probably a weight to it too, right? A heaviness.
It's just like it's over. It's for her, the experience is over now, and I guess for the player also it's kind of over too.
So it's a it's definitely got to be a sadness then.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's definitely sadness involved. You know, it's kind of like when you think of if you go on a vacation that's really awesome, and you're coming back from it or something, and
you know you have to go.
Experience. Yeah, and yeah, you know you have to go, and you're grateful for the experience, but you know it can't last.
So Nancy's grateful for. Well, I shouldn't say it because you can play it in the demo. Put the link into the game, please.
Oh, sure. Good idea.
Yeah. Let's actually shout out the game, and at some point we're gonna do. We're gonna play the trailer, I think. Oh no, we can't because I don't have it on this machine.
You mean this is for a game?
It used to be.
Appreciate to see you.
Now I think it's more for the stream.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, if anybody hasn't played our lovely demo, and I say our very loosely because 99% of the game is done by Julia and 1% of it is done by myself. But yeah, please wish list
more than one. If you look at
1.5, excuse me, 1.5%.
If you look at the amount of disk space it takes, it's like 60% of the game is you.
Oh, then that's nothing yet. That's only what's in the demo.
I know.
So wait till so never mind. Sorry, 99% of the game is me. The game's assets are me. 1% are AGS. I guess EGA images.
Megabytes.
320 by 200 images don't take up all that much space.
No, it's like 10 kilobytes or something.
Well, Ken Williams would have told me otherwise in 1989, but in 2021, it's not such an issue.
Oh, there's no difference between Chapter 1 and the demo on Steam, Maximus. I did that as a test, actually, because Chapter 1, so the Crimson Diamond demo is listed as a demo of the full game, and Chapter 1, Crimson Diamond Chapter 1, is listed as a free-to-play game on its own. And I wanted to see if there was a difference in those two things. So that's why they're in two different places, but it's the same.
So what I'd like to do now, quickly, we can talk during this because I'm just going to be correcting things.
I don't know what correcting things means.
I'm just going to be fixing notes.
Jim Plays Games is a good question. Did the Chapter 1 get more installs than the demo? I'll check right now if I can do that. I don't think it would have, because I think the demo has been up way longer. But let me just take a look here. Crimson Diamond. I don't even know how to check that. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Gosh.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is make sure that this loops.
Hold on, how do I... Steam is not user-friendly.
No.
Yes,
no.
Jim Plays Games, exactly. It's a nightmare, so give me a second. Oh. Just getting it on the Steam store page is just a mammoth effort.
So here's the easy way. Yes, this is D minor, Judith Butler. Butler's Lover. Steam's interface, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. The end is worse than this. Oh, yeah, God. I can't imagine having to do that.
I almost gave up.
Demos are all the rage these days. So, by the way, here's how I'm testing the loop point. So I just doubled the length of it. And I'm just going to play from the end. Instead of, I could hit loop and just play this as a loop, but that'll take all this time. If I just want to test the loop point, I can just play it from the end and test the beginning. Just a little tip if you're working in adaptive music. Although this isn't really adaptive, this is just loop. That's pretty good. That didn't bother me at all.
Nope.
Okay, great. So, now let's fix it.
I'm looking for how to find out the number of installs. I'm failing. It's so bad.
It's annoying me. Okay, whoops.
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Oh, and for anybody that's wondering, this is called a piano roll view. What you're looking at is the different notes sideways, and these are the lengths. The length of these represents the length of the actual note. And then these things down here are the velocity, which refers to the, what is it called? The dynamics. So you can see when there's these outliers, I want to turn them down because I don't want things to just be out super loud out of nowhere. And let's see. And then I'm just going through and fixing any notes that I don't like. And then maybe like here I want to add the sixth, the minor sixth in this chord. And maybe make these two quieter. Yeah, right. Ran out of CPU power. That's hilarious. It's one MIDI track. My Windows 98 machine could do this.
I swear I've seen this stat before. Okay, here we go.
Now, look at this. I want to show you guys something right here. Here's the system usage. I don't know why 10% of the memory is being used. This is the CPU count. So this is a 12-core CPU with 24 threads, and it's telling me that runs at what, 3.9 gigahertz or 4 point something gigahertz? I don't even know. It's a Ryzen 3900X. There's no way in hell that this thing should be running out of CPU power. It's not even using CPU power, according to this. So I don't know what it's doing. I think what it refers to, if anybody knows anything heavy about how these Ryzen chips work, it's something to do with the power saving. Yeah, really. And this machine also has 64 gigabytes of RAM, so there's no way that it should be running into any problems. NVMe hard drives, SSD for the storage, there is nothing slow on this machine. But I think it's something to do with the power saving, where the CPU like powers itself up and down based on what it's doing. 64 gigs. Yeah, well, you know, so I'll show you guys maybe if we can finish this thing quickly. We'll get on and I'll show one of the pieces from Empire of Sin, and I'll show you how much that takes. Okay, right there. Ta-da! There we go. That's a little sloppy.
So I looked at, I can't say about installs, I can say lifetime free licenses, and the Crimson Diamond Chapter 1 has more than the Crimson Diamond demo, for what it's worth.
So then Chapter 1, how long, when were they posted?
Oh my gosh. I don't remember.
Which one was posted first is my point.
The demo was first, and chapter 1 was after, so I guess that's funny.
So it's not funny, it's correct. The theory is correct.
Oh, so you're having it as a free-to-play thing, as on its own, and then with a link to the store page for the full game, I guess works?
But the question is still, does that translate to conversions, or does it just...
Exactly, who knows?
Just people want to play a free game.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I mean, to be honest, for a free-to-play game, even though it's only a demo, like, you play it for a couple hours, it's a really good free-to-play game. It's with no advertising or no, malware or anything stealing your data. I don't think AGS has that.
No. Well, I mean, I have a parser log that you can turn on. Like, it's right now turned off, but I mean, it just generates a text file in your folders. Like, it doesn't get sent to me or anything like that.
No microtransactions. No, there's no Nancy DLC.
No skins, no seasons pass, no...
Although, I kind of love the idea of being able to reskin a character or two. Hats, yeah. Always hats. Yeah. Well, where's the Nancy logo with sunglasses? Oh, you can't do it on this channel because we're on my channel now. Nancy Hats DLC. It's similar to the Horse Armor DLC. If anybody's familiar with the Oblivion Horse Armor DLC. Classic. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I don't want that. Oops.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we settled that Karasalash's name. Is it Karasalash or Karasalaki? Or something else? Exactly, so that studio. We don't want to have to redo all the animations for a sprite if we're doing clothes.
Yes, we do. Yeah. For DLC. For $2.99 we do.
Oh. Jump Game says this. Yeah, it's totally worth it. Okay. Kurasalachi. Okay, Kurasalachi. Okay.
Couldn't you just do palette switches on the sprites?
Oh my god.
You could, couldn't you?
No, I don't know.
Come on, man. Reuse assets. You got to think like a game developer, Miss Art Director.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so worth it. It would still be worth it.
She's the art director, the lead animator. Mm-hmm. She's also the
junior animator.
The junior animator, the 3D animator, all of them. I could do Crimson Diamond in 3D.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just double it on the little Canva thing on the web, and then it looks like it has a shadow, and there you go, boom, 3D, right there.
Perfect. You can get over max score. Yeah, you can just have a win button. It actually amazed me that people speedrun Quest for Glory, games like that. Puzzle points for $1 each. Yeah, I have points in the game, but they're not showing anywhere right now. So I don't even know how many points will be in the game, or if I'm going to actually use that, or if that's just going to be a hidden counter. Monkey Island had a win sheet. It just tells you won and quits. Nice. I've legit seen Quest for Glory speedruns, and it's really fascinating how much people figure out about the games. Karasalachi says, Space Quest 2 gives you 255 out of 250 points in a you win screen. I gotta do that.
Oh, get out of here. Pro Tools is running out of CPU power. For what?
Ooh, Karasalachi, I haven't seen that particular EGA speedrun that just glitches through the game. That's pretty cool. I gotta do something about that. That's too fun to pass up. And relatively easy. But I gotta have eyes on the prize. Chapter 4. I wanted it to be finished by the end of December last year. Haha. Yeah, I love Easter eggs in plays games. Or just having weird parses where you ask Kimmy about something really random and she has this whole thing that she has to say about it, you know? That's what fun you can do with a conversational text parser. You can just hide all kinds of stuff. Oh dear, but yeah, Summoning Salt has amazing speed runs of games. It's amazing what people figure out. Ooh. Star Trek watch-along party, Bilkin. Host is a fan editor who spent more on his computer than on his car. I respect that. And I will have a walkthrough for the Crimson Diamond, but I'm probably I'll only give that to testers. But I'm sure it'll make its way out eventually. He asked Kimmy about dithering. Yeah, there'll be stuff that's not in the walkthrough that won't, because they're not really necessary for the players, the testers to test.
No.
Fan-made walkthroughs. Yeah, and ASCII maps. That's another thing. Yeah, maybe I'll put a map or something in the notebook. Yeah, and spin and chair is a pretty vital part of the walkthrough Jim plays games. Yeah. ASCII maps. Like that sleuth game, just have a... That would be fun. Like Nancy's kind of making a map in her notebook or something. Tonda! Shout out Tonda.
Tonda's here? Nice. I caught him playing some Castlevania earlier today.
Sweet.
On the Mister. Dude, that thing looked fantastic on stream. It just looked minty. It's so nice. That thing is so nice. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Hey,
how was the rest of the stream today? I think I got catch about an hour or so maybe today.
I want to do a Crimson Diamond short prequel in AGI style, double wide pixels or something.
You know what would be really cool? Hold on, let me see.
Or even CGA or something. I don't know. And like green monochrome. That's way in the future.
Amber Scene 0 subscribe for 7 months. That is literally as many months as it's possible to stream to subscribe to me. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Got to finish Crimson with 4.5. So this is what you need right here. Hold on, let me switch views.
Oh yeah. You have the Leisure Suit Larry hint book?
I like to collect hint books. I have a pretty large collection of hint books. You guys, or this one. That's part 1. But some of these older ones, they're pens.
Yes.
So unfortunately the pens, I don't know if there's really a way to like resurrect the pens.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some chemical that you can like mix up or something.
That sounds like too much work. So in the meantime, I'll just collect these and use the actual walkthrough.
Dan collecting stuff?
King's Quest, the first one. This is all the first games. This is the first King's Quest hint book. This is the first Space Quest hint book. And this is the first Larry hint book.
Well, you know my favorite game documentation you have in your collection. You know which ones I like the most.
Yes, and those are actually the most rare. There is one more document that I don't have. There's a fifth book. I have the 3 hint books for the Hugo's House of Horror, the Hugo trilogy.
Yes.
And additionally, I have the making of the Hugo trilogy book. So there's 4 books, but there's a 5th book. There's a 5th book that came, I believe it accompanied the CD-ROM version of the game. And it's the Hugo trilogy hint book. So I don't have that. Oh, but I do have, hold on, more show and tell.
I would love a Crimson Diamond hint book. That's probably never going to happen, but the idea is wonderful. It is. You know, if I could get a printer to do that weird, that red overprinting and get a ruby lith window cardboard cutout and just, you know, do it up fancy, sign it in a gold pen, charge $60 for it or something. because you'd probably have to pay a printer quite a lot of money to set up a press like that, because that's not CMYK printing, I'm pretty sure. I think it's...
Unfortunately, I can't find it, but I do have a Hugo Trilogy disc, which I believe contains all the 3 games, and I believe... did I show it off before? It's just a 3.5 I bought the other day for a couple of bucks. And I think it has all 3 games on a single disc. I think they should all fit. I think it's the original registered version of it. Only hitbooks.com. The Crimson... Yeah, so we're still on the fence about physical anything at this point. It's probably not in the cards, but... Yeah. I mean, I would buy it.
I hope, geez. Well, they would get one for free.
I know, but I'd still probably buy more. Like, I bought copies of Empire of Sin, and I also got them for free. And I also got keys for free. And I still did it. By the way, does anybody stream on Xbox? Does anybody do any streaming from Xbox? I was actually thinking about doing some from my Xbox, because I have some cool stuff on there that I think is like... There's actually... Does anybody ever played the Rare Replay disc? It's an Xbox exclusive game. Middle Age streams from Xbox? Oh, nice. I'll have to hit him up.
What?
I'm playing Empire of Sin as Mabel right now. Oh, Deluxe Tux. Nice. Mabel Riley. We may play a little Empire of Sin and stream some in a little bit. Julie and I. We probably won't be able to... I'll have to set it up so we can see the 2 of us. I don't know if Julie will be able to see the game in real time, but it's not super important that it's a real-time game. I'll tell you what, the Xbox One, I got an Xbox One X, a Cyberpunk version, and it is so superior to the PlayStation experience. But the game library is not quite there. But the experience, the user experience is far better. Oh man, it's just not even, it's night and day. But then again, the PC experience is kind of even better than that. So the PC game, yeah. I mean, I managed, by the way, I actually did manage to snag a 3070 card somehow. And I swapped that out, got rid of the old card. And yeah, so that thing is... My machine is really screaming. So I'm running out of CPU power with a brand new CPU, a brand new video card, 64 gigs of RAM. So Tonda, do you have if you have a micro center near you? I don't know where you are. Is Tonda in Canada also?
I don't think so.
The NES was not made for adventure games as we know them. Well, have you played Bill Kuhn? There's Maniac Mansion for NES. There's King's Quest V for NES, and it's actually playable. Oh, you're on the East Coast. Oh, so you're near me. Okay, cool. I'm in New York. If you have Micro Center near you, they're getting shipments daily almost, or at least every few days. And I got in there, and they just had them. Like there wasn't a line or anything. But yeah, it's been very difficult to get those.
Hello. Look who's here, Dan.
Necessary. Oh, my guy, Amiga Bill. So, Amiga Bill, yes, definitely shout out. Okay, first of all, everybody needs to watch and check out Amiga Bill's stream if you haven't. He's like the king of Sunday streams, I think. It's awesome. It's Amiga dedicated, but he does other stuff too. He has a really cool collection of cameras. He's got excellent production. I mean, just there's like nothing to say bad about it. It's just good. So you should just check it out. And he's a really nice guy. The guy you see on stream is the same dude that I met at a Retro Expo in person. Same guy. And I recognized him because of the hat. So thank God he wore the hat. I was like, dude, that's got to be Amiga Bill. And I approached him like he was a celebrity, and luckily he was just a nice guy and he didn't tell me to, you know, get out of here or whatever. So Yeah, Amiga Bill is the man. So Amiga Bill, this is an interesting one. Somebody said on stream before that they want you to come over and set up my studio. So I might have to hire you. I might have to pay your day rate to come over to the crib and help me out. The hat is your trademark. I mean, literally, dude. That's how I recognized you. I said that's got to be Amiga Bill, and sure enough, it was. Because this particular expo that we have here in Long Island, pre-pandemic, it gets up to 5,000 or 6,000 guests every year, so it's pretty heavily packed in there. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh man. Well, now I'm really gonna have to, figure out how to get you out here, Amiga Bill. I would just wish there wasn't a damn pandemic going on. But yeah, Amiga Bill also is a professional I'm not even sure exactly. I think you do more than one thing. You mainly do the camera work, Amiga Bill, because I know I saw a picture of something you were with Mike Tyson. Is that right? And then he also did the Jeffrey Epstein documentary on Netflix, which if anybody's watched, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's an excellent documentary. I thought it was great. Director, cinematographer, and director of photography. Yep. Okay, cool. See, I don't know what those titles are exactly, but I know he's typically behind a camera or directing folks behind a camera or, yeah, getting the shots. He's responsible for how things look. And additionally, on his streams, you see him stream sometimes from a older camera, which is really awesome. And he's managed to figure out how to make everything work with everything. And, as I get this place cleaned up and it gets a little safer, maybe I'll see if I can wrangle him out here one day. Yeah, if there was no pandemic, I wouldn't have gone to Computer Reset. Oh, so you're near there? Being Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson seems like a fantastic guy too. Maybe he wasn't back when he was younger, but now he seems like a really, really, really cool human being. Yep. Amiga Bill is no joke. If there was no pandemic, so Computer Reset, my buddy Travis lives a few miles away, and he had went there a bunch of times. He sent me some stuff, and he sent a few other buddies some little items here and there that he got from CR. Oh, you would fly down to Computer Reset. Yeah, he's in Dallas, just out there. It's pretty bonkers. Travis is one of the volunteers. I think you actually see him in one of Lazy Game Review's Clint's videos.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I can only imagine. I'm sure my wife would have kicked me out of the house if we lived in Dallas and I was near that place already, because I would have cleaned the place out and we would have been living in that mess horde that you saw that was Computer Reset, where like the roof was caving in and stuff could potentially fall on everybody. But they cleaned it up a lot. And then, of course, the pandemic hit, and so they can't really have people in there. So, I don't know. Da, 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 da.
I can't stop thinking about that one Mike Tyson quote that I really love. I think everyone knows it.
Which one?
Pretty much, it's basically everyone has a plan.
Until they get hit. Yeah. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Yep.
I love that. I don't know why I love that quote. I just love that quote so much.
Come on. It's a great quote. Okay, I gotta fix this part.
In the mouth. It's in the mouth. Everybody
Punched
has
in the mouth.
until they get punched in the mouth. Or it's either, actually. I wonder which one it really is. Oh, it's mouth, I think.
You know, the thing, I was reading some of this. What did I say? Bill Coon says, I wish I had a virtual bot to use to go through computer reset. Yeah, I mean,
like the Mars Lander, whatever it's called, Mars rover.
Yeah, or even one of those Amazon drones or something. It's 4 a.m. here. Judith Butler's lover, thank you again for coming. We'll see you later.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you.
It was great.
I feel like you'd find so much amazing stuff, but I tell you what, I'm actually very glad that Clint, Lazy Game Reviews, found the Ken Williams PC.
Yes.
Because I don't think it would have been shared with the world if somebody else found it. I think it would have been sold on eBay for a lot of money, and that would have been it. But instead, it went to Clint. He did a whole nice, great video production on it. And additionally, we all got to see it. And he archived the files and put it out so you could see the Codename Iceman beta version or whatever pre-release version that was there. And yeah, that was something that, you know, he didn't have to do, you know? So who knows what other discoveries were there that we'll never know about, unfortunately. You know? And I heard that there were Amigas there. There were a fair amount of Amigas there at the very beginning. Like, people may have found 3000s or 4000s or... Dan, do you think there will be an in-person Long Island Retro Gaming Expo this year? VCF East just got pushed to October and it may end up being virtual. So we're definitely doing the Uplink Festival, which is our online version of the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. Unfortunately, I can't answer that if it's going to be in person or not at this point. It's still pretty up in the air, and it's basically, it just boils down to safety. If it can, and regulation. If the governor allows those type of gatherings, which currently they're not allowed, and it can be a safe thing. But I believe the museum is open, but it's different when we're in there because we pack that place up. So the museum itself is open. You can go there, but it would be tough if we were reduced capacity because it's already like pretty full in there when we have the expo. I mean, you've seen it, Bill. It gets very full in there. And actually, there's an episode, Pat the NES Punk and Ian, his co-podcast host, they were there this past year, 2 years ago, and they did a nice CU podcast on being there, so it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's right, Clint loaded up one of the EGA art pieces on his old PCs. Pretty cool. Yeah, a retro mosh pit is the best way to describe it, but it's retro mosh pit for this huge 3-floor museum that goes all over the place. I think there's a Mars rover in there. Not a Mars rover, excuse me. Moon rover or something in there. Because the Mars rover we didn't get back. What's in there? The one of the Apollo mission capsules is in there. Ah, thank you. I can't see I can't see actually who that was that subscribed, but thank you for follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So anyway, yeah, I wish I could answer. I wish I had a better answer for you at this point, Bill, but the only thing I can tell you is that we are definitely doing the uplink phase of the festival.
PAX East was almost a year ago. In a couple weeks.
And that was the last one.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I got to meet a bunch of great people at PAX East, including Julia in person. I'd already met her online, of course. We chat frequently, but that was the first time and only time we've been able to meet in person for a day. I was only there for a day, right? Yeah, 1 day. I was supposed to be there for 2 days, but my daughter wasn't feeling too well, so I had to cancel my second day and come back. But that was a great time. I got to hang out with a few other buddies from the other groups, the Classic Gamers Guild folk, and then also people from where else were they? Oh, from the Big Box PC Game Collectors, some guys that I knew from that group, and also from I got to meet. Well, I guess I had met Francisco previously. I got to meet Francisco Grundislav previously at one of the local meetups, which is also, unfortunately, those aren't happening either, and Dave as well. But we got to meet Benj, we got to meet a few other people. It was really cool. It was really a great experience. So I'm very much hoping that happens, you know, at some point. Hope maybe next year it'll happen, PAX East, because they've already canceled PAX West, haven't they?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention.
I can't remember. I think they have.
But I know so many more people now in the industry, and I can't wait to go to something again. You know?
Yeah, we actually know a bunch of people instead of wandering around like deer in headlights. We'll probably still do that anyway, but.
Oh yeah.
It was fun. Did you enjoy the panel, being on the panel?
Oh yeah, I really liked it. It was a lot of fun.
You know, it's funny because I don't think you would generally like to speak in front of crowds, but you seem totally at home and comfortable doing it at the panel.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's weird because I think when I settle in and I start talking, especially if it's something I care a lot about, and I feel like I know a lot about, then I'm not nervous as I'm talking. Although I swear I think my hand was still shaking a bit, but I can still kind of concentrate on what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the panelists being nervous or having. I thought it was a really great panel.
Yeah, I think they had a lot of experience talking about that type of stuff too. So.
Yeah. Well, sure. Obviously, you know, I had known 3 of the panelists. I didn't know Katie previous to the event either, but it was nice to have her perspective, you know, kind of coming from the more publishing side, because she was working for the game that published, or the company that Phoenix Online Studios that published other games as well. Although Dave comes from the publishing side too, but he's really, I think at heart, probably mostly just wants to be making games. Oh, Dr. Mikachu, my friend. Yes. How's Evie? How's Evie doing? Please follow Dr. Mikachu. Watch Dr. Mikachu streams. She's one of my favorite streamers. Great game dev streamer. Yes, exactly. And she's working on this really cool bot thing that attaches to her stream, where it's called the Subquarium, where you get fish for subscription and bits, and you get fish in your own fish tank. She's building it in Unity, and it literally attaches to, I don't know, she's really smart. She's way smarter than me. She's literally a doctor. So go check her out and go see what she's doing. Evie is not her pet shark. Evie's actually a dog, a puppy. It's almost a dog, still a puppy, I think. Very, very sweet dog too. So hi, how you doing, Dr. Mikachu? What's going on?
Yeah.
Too many notes.
If you press B during its evolution, he stays a puppy forever. Yeah.
Is that a Game Boy reference?
It's a Pokemon thing.
Did you play Pokemon, Julia?
Yeah, I have. I mean, some of them. Not. I don't think I've ever finished a single Pokemon game ever. But I've had when I have had Game Boys and stuff, I've definitely played them for sure.
I didn't really catch. You know, it says you got to catch them all. I didn't catch any of them. I never quite caught on. I don't know. I don't know. I need to take out 2 notes. This voicing is sounding funny. These 2.
Yeah, I can see that. I hear that. Yeah, you created the whole scene for me, Dan, for this piece now.
Oh, good.
Nice as always, Sammy. Beat the yellow version in Japanese before it came out in America. I can't read Japanese, I just know all the dialogue of Pokemon.
What year was that? Was that after I moved out?
What?
Well, Sammy's my brother. I lived with him for 20 years. Well, no, he wasn't 20 when I moved out, so whatever, however old he was.
1998.
1998. So he would have been 8, 9. I think I got it. I think we got the piece. Obviously, we can do some dress up with it, but I don't think we have to do that right now. That was 9. There you go. Oh my gosh. Have I been composing this whole time on the wrong screen? Oh man. Sorry, guys. That sounds too out. We gotta fix that. That's not gonna work. That's terrible. That's also terrible. That's much better. Oh, thanks, Bill. Yeah, perfect. It's 2.5 minutes, or it's a little less, a little under 2.5 minutes. 2:20, 2:20-ish, 2:22. Let's see, 2:24 according to this. Cool.
It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, I got the scene. You did work for me above and beyond because I didn't know what the scene would look like, but now I do.
Oh, nice. Perfect. There you go.
See, Dan did really well today, and he's super productive, and he got everything done real quick because he wants to play video games, I think.
Thank you. Oh, come on. What a joke. This thing will scream through Cyberpunk 2077, but it can't run a box from 1987. Come on, get out of here.
I think the same when I'm playing the Crimson Diamond and I'm walking in front of a mirror and my computer starts to chug a little bit. I'm like, come on. You must be joking. Well, I mean,
this is worse, though. This is like a joke. You know what I think the problem is? Whoops. I think the issue is the computer thinks it's doing so much of nothing that it shuts down processors. So it randomly shuts down the CPU that this is, or the core that this is using. So I think you have to do some work on, I have to do some work on the there's something in Ryzen where it controls, it's to save power and
yeah,
be more
efficient.
The things
you mean. Yeah, I was working on those too.
It's some kind of efficiency issue.
Yeah, like when I was having the Surface Book 3, there was like there's the graphics chip, and then there's the built-in one, and it would switch between them or whatever, and it would try to save power, and it was causing me all kinds of problems.
Yeah. It's not anything else. That's exactly what it is. And I have the proper cooler. The only thing that might be light is my power supply, but I really don't think so. It's a quality power supply, so I don't think that's the issue. I have I have a liquid cooler. The thing should be plenty cold. I don't know. Who knows? Tiny Stuffs. Is that that's Theropods? Because I love that artwork in that game. I really do. Who's doing the music for that game? I haven't really heard the Jim, that's a full point for you, sir. Dad joke point. A quality power supply. Yeah, who does the music for Theropods? Does anybody know? I haven't really heard much audio from them. I'd like to find out.
Yeah, Tiny Stuffs is the Theropods. So
they're the dev team for that, right?
Yeah.
And how many people is it? It's only a couple people, right?
Yeah, it's a small team.
Was there power supply? I mean, I'm not really having problems with this machine, especially when gaming it's perfectly fine, which leads me to believe that it's a setting somewhere that I need to change. Costas and Sarah, and that's 8 a.m. Eastern time. That's early.
Yeah,
but I'm usually I'm up at that point.
I'm not.
So I want to play a couple of things for you guys quickly because, as Julia said, I would like to play video games, but I think we're going to save this here because I like where we're at. We need to do some more work on it, like, filling out parts and stuff. But the majority of the piece is here. So.
Matt Fritz's art is so good. I follow him on Twitter. He did Fariadaro's work.
Ah, so okay then.
So good.
So I want to do a couple of things. I want to play, if you guys remember. Yes, we're going to save that. If you guys remember, a while ago we were working on a mock trailer for the Paralives game. I just want to play that and remind us what it was. Because now I can actually do that without having the thing fail on me or crash. Although I think one plugin is still missing. I have to install it on here, but it shouldn't affect the sound really at all. Cost us in Greece, so they stream in the afternoon. Oh, gotcha. So that makes sense.
They're not morning people, which makes no sense to me. But I know there are people out there that are like that.
I'm not a morning person at all. I never have been, and I've tried to adjust to it, and I'm still not. But here we go. Here's and now you can at least, I'll try to make this video thing bigger. Whoops. So you can watch. Now this, funny enough, oh wait, is there a way to do this? No. Because this is Pro Tools playing the video. So anyway. pretty cool. I like the way it sounds. You know, I think it needs some work specifically in the drums. Like, it needs drums, I think. Because I feel like it has the energy, but it doesn't have all of the energy it needs. You know? Does that make sense? It just feels like it needs, like, I don't know.
Use some rhythm.
It looks like I have a drum thing. Let's see if I can mess with it for 2 seconds. Why not? We're here, right?
Sure.
Oh, let me turn on the other camera. Something like that. Oh, stupid Pro Tools. Let's see. I added that in there somewhat. Whoa. Whoa, that's funky. That should not be happening. Yeah, that's better. It needs something like that. I'm going to leave that even though that's like really crappy, but I'll fix it later and add it in. Oh, and a bass would be nice too, wouldn't it? Not that bass. There is a bass. Maybe it's just too quiet. Not that. Ooh, did I freeze it? Might have frozen it. Did I freeze it? Nope. All right, let's try it one more time.
Have a great night, Slat Studio. Good to see you.
Slat Studio. Thank you. Pretty cool. I like it.
Dr. Mikachu had a question, and also
Sure.
Jim plays games. Have a good night.
Sure. Jim plays games. He's finally going to bed. It's only 3:22, bro. Come on. What are you doing? I got to catch one of your streams. I haven't seen you streaming lately.
Happy Crimson Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Crimson Tuesday. I got to catch one of your streams though. I'd look forward to that. Dr. Mikachu says, newbie question. So you're playing the note on the piano and it knows to play the corresponding notes on the string instrument. Yes. So like, I don't know why I have reverb or delay on this bass sound, but does not need it. So basically I can change what you see over here. Let's see if you can see this cursor. So right here, this is the channel that I'm using. I'll turn off, I can't really turn it off, but I'll show another channel, or I'll move this over so you can see it better. There you go. So this is the plugin. This is like the track channel mixer thing. This is the actual plugin, which is, in this case, a upright bass plugin called Ample Bass Upright, which is just sounds like a bass. There will be no tossed salad and scrambled eggs on this stream. Thank you, Tonda. So yeah, you can just kind of play it like it's a bass. It's an upright bass. Then I can change sounds if I want to play a different sound. This is a piano plugin here. So I'm just hitting record. You can see it's... Oh, nice. I actually played a song earlier. Let's see. I'm going to run out of notes again, so I can't play this. Yeah, you can do kind of anything, and the weirder the instrument, it's pretty cool. You have to buy all these things typically separately. They don't come with the software, and this is why composers, like, I don't know what it is. It's just really expensive to get into this in the first place. This is thousands and thousands of dollars. And then there's another really cool plugin that I wanted to show off on stream before that I used all over the Empire of Sin soundtrack. It's really amazing. Runs in Contact, and it is called Shreddage Stratus, which is just a guitar emulation. Oops, that's not the right patch. And it sounds all right. You know, this is just the basic instrument, but there's all these different... So you can play like really cool guitar stuff, you know? Maybe. I shouldn't. I played it. It's not playing somebody else's record, but maybe we'll get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so anyway, that's I'll have to I'll have to Jimi Hendrix will copyright strike you. Well, you know, there's a lot of controversy about the Star Spangled Banner, and maybe that, you know, some people would be more appreciative if we changed it to America the Beautiful to be the national anthem. But anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But yeah, so it's really cool. You know, the software. So you can play all kinds of cool stuff with the sounds that are on here, you know?
I'm trying to think of what the Canadian national anthem could be changed to.
We could put the Canadian national anthem in the game, couldn't we?
Oh,
was it the anthem in 1914?
Good question. Let's find out. But I'm just trying to think of what would be great to change it. What would be a great substitution
for a song? Oh, you mean if you had to swap it out?
Yeah, like a Celine Dion song.
That's how about a Justin Bieber song?
I don't know any Justin Bieber songs. It would be funny if it was something super challenging, because I know Star Spangled Banner is kind of challenging to sing. Oh, Canada's dead easy to sing, so. Yeah, I think we'd be safe with the Canadian national anthem, but why would we? I don't know. It was a pretty new song at the time. National anthem. 1880, 1908, I don't know. Invented.
Or you could go the other one.
Sure. Just imagine people singing to that. So, June 24th, 1880 was the first time it was used.
So it's definitely not copyrighted.
That's a great song, actually, for Canadian national anthem, isn't it? Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Sorry.
The Despacito. How does that one go?
Despacito. I don't know how it goes.
I don't know if that's the right key. Well, you have Oscar Peterson though too. I'm not going to try to play any Oscar Peterson, but.
Oh yes, thanks for reminding me. That's so good. I haven't thought about Oscar Peterson for probably like decades.
Yeah, he died a few years ago. I don't remember. 10 years ago maybe a little longer ago. Oh, Oscar Jerusalem.
Peterson. Wow.
I'm not going to try to play a solo by myself. Thank you on that song. That's too much. Especially since I haven't played any of this music in so long. It's odd. Normally I would play songs like this maybe every 3 to 4 days at a minimum, like in a show. But now it doesn't really happen like that anyway. I don't know. See if you guys can recognize this song. Yeah, nice. There's some Crimson Diamond theme. Yeah, I haven't performed on stream really ever, right? So this might as well do it. Yeah, well, at the end of the game, you could, if it's a cinematic, you could time it up. If it's not a cinematic, then it's impossible to time it up, unfortunately. But yeah, by the way, has anybody, speaking of which, I wanted to mention this before, has anybody played Dr. Mikachu's game called Message Me Uni? I normally would probably despise games like it, but I played it and I really enjoyed it. And it's awesome. only the demo, or it's only like the first part, or maybe it's a beta. I'm not exactly sure, but it is a visual novel. I don't even know if that's the right way to call it. It's not a visual novel. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure. And I guess it is a visual novel of sorts, but it's not like the it's not heavy on character artwork. It's more like you're playing with like a text message thing. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I enjoyed it, and I just wanted to say that I enjoyed it. I don't know if Dr. Mikachu is still here or not, but either way, I thought it was cool. So let's save this, and we're going to slightly change directions. If you want, I can actually open, let's see, something I would not normally be able to do, but I can since it's now released. I can play you some of the songs that are in Empire of Sin. I think Combat Music 8 would probably be the good one. There's a lot of combat musics. Some are in the game, some are not yet. and I don't
we gotta
know.
compose combat music for the Crimson Diamond too.
For all the combat arcade sequences.
Yeah. Yeah.
This particular one is in the game. You'll hear it if you just play and you're playing through, and you'll hear combat. Who was playing before? Edenwaith? Were you playing it, or was Deluxe Tux? Somebody was playing it. The secret arcade sequences. Rosewater is going to have some arcade sequences, from what I've seen in the demo or in the trailers.
I just don't even know enough programming to do them, even if I wanted to. So
skipping across stones. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to have little things, but yeah, you kind of want to have some familiarity. Slapjack would be cool. It'd be simple enough, right? When you compose music for a game, is it a one-time buyout or do you get royalties? Amiga Bill, the answer is yes. It really depends. Each contract would be different. It just depends on the game. I think when you're working for AAA studios, the larger the studio, typically the more likely you are to get buyouts, but the fees are higher. So typically if you get a one-time buyout, the fee should be higher versus royalties. The upfront fee should be a little lower, and then assuming the royalties would be decent. It's tough with indie games because, typically there's not like a huge budget, but the larger basically the larger the studio, the more they should focus on their budget for music. One interesting thing, I think we mentioned it last week, the No Clip or 2 weeks ago, the No Clip documentary on Hades, the development of Hades, the game by Supergiant. They actually have an on-staff audio composer. Darren Korb is on staff. So I don't know whether they're in the building now, but he was in the building with them at the time, working literally in the same dev studio as the rest of the team, which I would love to do something like that. Obviously, during the pandemic, it's not possible. And even once it's over, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do something like that, but it would be really awesome to be able to be in the room with the people and they're just simply working on that stuff all day. That'd be great. It'd be fantastic. It'd be like a dream in a way. So mine is always a buyout and they get the rights to the footage. Yeah, I think in TV that's more the case, because they just, it depends. I mean, you can do, it really depends. So sync, what we call sync in our audio to picture world, I guess it still depends. The larger production, typically you're going to get a buyout, but some of the larger composers may be able to negotiate royalties. Although I don't know what Hans Zimmer does. There can be residual payments in TV and movies, but it depends. Did you write like score music, or did you have a song that they put in the movie? That would be different. So if I played a record of one of the records that I'd written and a movie came along and wanted it, they wouldn't be able to buy it out. Or like, let's say one of the songs I produced for Sean Paul, they wouldn't be able to buy that song out because the record company would not let them do that. They would say, yes, we can license it to you for the movie, but every time that song plays, we're getting paid something. Or every time that movie's sold or whatever, we're getting paid something. But I could see why it would make more sense in your case, Amigaville, that it was almost always a buyout. The caveat to that, I would think, is if you were filming footage on your own, not paid by anyone, and then you simply licensed footage to other people, which I'm sure they have. I don't know if they have individuals doing that, but I'm sure there's like stock footage libraries. So almost you create yourself like into a stock footage library or something like that, then it would be more available, or somebody could purchase an exclusive license to footage for a certain amount of time. It's probably fairly similar in our world. Maybe something's more often with you, more often buyout with the type of work you're doing, I suppose. Yeah, and you can do that in music too. There's music libraries. So Amiga, for anybody that doesn't see it, but Amiga Bill said you can't upload stock footage. You can do that with music. There are music libraries. I don't have a particular interest in making library music at this point anyway. That may change, but Yeah, you've never sold any stock footage. I mean, have you attempted to sell any stock footage or not really? Because I think it would be different if you were focusing on that versus, you know, making shows. And at what positions typically? Not really, yeah. So what positions typically do get royalties? I guess if you wrote the show, you may get royalties, or are they still trying to buy it from the writers? Or if obviously if you're the, you know, the studio, then you'd want to own the footage. That's an interesting question. It's a really good question. Anyway, let's play. We'll come back to it. Let's play a little bit of the music. I don't know if you're still here, Dr. Mikachu, but this will be a cool little experience because this will kind of give you some like insight into what happens, at least for this game. So now this is also a loop, even though it doesn't look like it right now. It's definitely a loop. Yeah, I'm sure. Whoops, what did I do? My fault. Now, normally, if you're playing the game, you don't hear the end. It just loops back to the beginning. So yeah, cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate the compliments. Amiga Bill says this track would be perfect for the 1920s party. Oh, Julia, you're back. You
Yeah,
disappeared before.
I was trying to fiddle with my audio settings because Discord audio just keeps cutting out. It cut out a lot in that piece. I could barely hear it.
Oh, really? Whoops.
But
what did I do there?
It's just for me, so I don't know. I was trying to play around with stuff, and like I guess my video dropped or something.
Let me turn you back on. There we go. There's Julia.
Thank
you.
Sorry.
I was gonna play a couple of little pieces from this. So somebody had mentioned the shredder. So if you know anything about John Romero and Brenda Romero, they're huge metalheads. So my goal was twofold. You always have to impress the person you're working for, right? So in this case, it was John and Brenda Romero. In the previous case, for the last 90 minutes or so, it was Julia Minamata. So that's my job. If I'm not doing that, then they're like, okay, cool, I could hire any knucklehead to do this. Like my neighbor's dog, barks at the right rhythm. I could just hire him. He sounds as good as you. So anyway, that's not what you want. You want it to be cool. So I said, let me incorporate some of this guitar stuff. This is not 1920s. The electric guitar had not been invented yet. But I put it in there anyway. And I doubled it with strings. And it looks like I put distortion on the strings as well. What did I do to the strings? Yes, I put this plug-in, which is pretty cool, Vinyl Strip, which makes it sound, more vinyl-y, I guess. That. So this will be what it sounds like clean, without the effect of Vinyl Strip. There, so it's not as cool. If I put on this, there, it dirties it up a little bit. And one other thing I'm really proud of on the whole soundtrack is the bass lines. Because I just spent a lot of time on them. So they sounded real, but it's all me playing everything on this.
Dan the Band.
That's why they call me that. That's where I got the name from. I think this is actually a looped part. I may have played it twice, I don't remember. I love pedal points in music, that's what's going on here. So you have all kinds of chord changes happening, but the bass note is doing the one note. So what would be interesting to listen to is the piano probably and the bass line at the same time. Like this bass line could be played by a real bass player. It's not. I tried to make it exactly like a real bass player could play. So let's see. How do you set up the percussion? Well, it's a little weird because this is a game. So let's see. This is one drum track here. This is probably not even the best way to do it. In fact, it's not the best way to do it. But that's just how I did it. So I have this big drum sound, which I think is Saga acoustic percussion, trailer percussion or something. Nope, it's Palette by this Red Room Audio company. They have some really amazing stuff. They also have this thing called Saga, which I think is not part of this. It's part of something else. But it's on sale right now for $50, which if you know anything about these plugins, that's an exceptional deal. Because I bought it when it was not on sale, but I got a deal on it still. I think I got it 10% off or something. But right now it's super cheap. So then this is Addictive Drums. And I really messed with the audio. Right, that's the noise. So this is what it sounds like without this noise on. And that gives it more the 1920s feel. Right? Yeah, this is the only place you'll be able to hear this with all these stripped out, because I'm the only one who has these individual files. And then let's play, let's see, this is the drums here. This is like the snare fill. And there's the ride cymbal. And what these are is these are typically MIDI loops, but they're heavily edited by me. Like I just go in by hand like I was doing before. And I may add notes, I may move notes around, I may take notes out just because I want it to sound and feel a certain way or accent a certain part of the beat. Something else that might be cool is this part. This is actually a contact instrument. And I don't want to change this, but let's see. This is actually an instrument called Swing More, but this particular patch, you can change the key. And that's how it plays chords automatically for it. It's kind of similar to the Cantina band, yes. Nice ears, by the way. I didn't do any MIDI on the Amiga Boat because I didn't own one. Public Enemies soundtrack. That's cool. I don't think I saw that movie. But that would be the right period. So that's part of that, and then there, you've got the solos which come in. This isn't really a solo. The piano solo is. So I tried to make like big band comping behind it, so it'd be cool to hear just these. And then there's the guitar solo which comes up. Let's try just to give you like an environment. So let's see. Let's turn off the horns. Yeah, I just wanted to have like, I love some shredder guitar, if that wasn't obvious. Yeah, so Mousimus says, could have been sax. Yeah, so check this out. Let's do this. Whoops, not bounce. Let's do this. We'll duplicate the track. Probably won't sound perfect, but at least it can give us an idea. Where am I? Let's totally change.
Can I get a snack? I'm hungry.
You can do whatever you want.
All right, I'll be back.
Go ahead.
I'm fading.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's change the instrument to rhythmic bari sax. It doesn't sound too great. It's not exactly the same. Oh, nice, Tonda. Yeah, I would do it, dude. Just go by like 11. Yes, an Edenwaith Yngwie style arpeggios is exactly what I was going for. You can't put it in too much, but I wanted one in there. I love that stuff. It's like super shredder, like, you know, kill it guitar. this is just a crash, just to give like an emphasis. So really, it's not that many tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. These two don't count. 16 tracks. It's not really crazy. And then there's some clacks in here. That's probably actually a funny note. Yeah, that should not be in there. There you go. That's in the soundtrack. There's an error in the soundtrack. Yeah, check it out. Yes, I know Ingve. I actually met him in an airport. We met him in like, I want to say Bulgaria airport. And one of our guys in the crew asked him if he was Ozzy Osbourne. He's a big dude, but he's a nice guy. Very nice guy. So if this was an actual band, how many band members would be on stage? That's a good question. Oh, here's an even better instrument. There's a whole instrument, so I lied. It's only 15 because this instrument is literally doing nothing. Probably I had it templated out, but I never used it. So the biggest instrument requirement would be the fact you have strings and horns. So to get all these notes played at once is pretty complex. So that's probably at least 6 or 8 people in the horns, maybe more. If you have a full big band, you've probably got 10, 12 horns maybe. I used to do some touring with a big band, and we had 16. We toured with 16 on the bus. So it's significant. Figured the percussion would be quite a few of the tracks. Yeah, I mean, in this case it is, but it's only because stuff is separated so I can kind of mix it a little bit. But I didn't do a lot on the mixing. I mean, I probably could have done more. But, you know, it is what it is. You only have so much time, and eventually got to turn in things. Tommy Dorsey, yep, I toured with Tommy Dorsey Band. And of course, ideally, you'd hire musicians to play all these parts, but it's tough. You know, it's budgetarily expensive. Excuse me. It would have greatly inflated the budget to do that. And there are some live musicians on the tracks. I did use, let's see, which song is it? I think it's called, it's not on this computer, so unfortunately I can't play it. But that's all right. So what do you say? It's 11. It's kind of late. Should we play some Empire of Sin, or should we just should we maybe call it? I don't know. Let's see. What should we do? We got a few different people. Oh, Middle Age Stream is on. He's doing Super Mario 1, Mario All-Stars. The best Jared is on. He's doing, I don't know what he's doing, just chatting. He's awesome, actually. I really like his streams. But Play Empire? We got 1 vote for Play Empire. Divine Dev. We got Taco is playing Sanitarium. Renaissance is playing La Mulana still. I can't believe he's still playing that. He's been playing that for a while. And Kilgore is playing Jurassic Park Trespasser. That's interesting. And T-Pain is just chatting. Oh, and Julia showed up.
I'm back. I have soup.
Oh, nice.
What's happening?
Nice. Well, we're deciding if we're going to play the game or if we're just going to chill and maybe raid. So far, I got 2 votes for Play Empire, one for Play Hero U, two for Hero U. It looks like, and 1 for ET on NES, which is doesn't actually exist. There is no ET game on the NES. There is ET on Atari. So 2 votes for ET on Atari. That's the one. 3 votes for ET on Atari. So actually,
Very
Empire
good.
of Sin is outvoted by a game I've never played, nor do I have access to. Interesting. Okay.
Naturally.
Yeah, that sounds right. Right. So I think, yeah, I think we may call it here, and I think we may raid someone. Did we?
Cool.
Who did we raid last time? Did we raid Jared last time?
Jared.
The best Jared. He was playing Cyberpunk, the guy with the beard. Or did you raid him?
I don't know. I raided the Renaissance like last week.
Last week. Okay, so I missed it then. 2 weeks ago. Who did we raid last time? 2 weeks ago? Play Jade Empire.
I have no idea.
We did raid Jared, right? He was playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
cool.
right.
So we raided him already. Yeah, the guy with the big beard and really good lighting. I like him too. He's really entertaining. We also have Billy Mitchell. We could raid. I don't want to raid Billy Mitchell, but we could raid him. He is on.
I don't know who that is.
He is the Donkey Kong champion. He's the Pac-Man champion. He's like the arcade game guy. I think we should raid. Who should we raid? I think we should go middle-aged stream. What do you think? We were just talking about him before, and he plays. He plays on.
Good to see you.
He plays on Xbox, so maybe I can get him to. I can goad him into playing some Empire of Sin. Should we raid Shadow Legends, Sammy? Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button, as always. Let's see. Where am I? Oh god. Yeah, I have my stupid thing up. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Is Empire of Sin on Switch now? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Let me look. I can't remember where I put it. But I do know this came from Romero Games. This is my official, my official copy from Romero Games, Paradox Interactive. But this is the European version. Oops, my lights are killing it. This is the oh, let's switch cameras. Let's be smart about this. I'm not too smart, but there you go.
I'll be right back again. There's something I need to fix.
And it is actually for Xbox One, but it does play on Series X as well. And this is the European version. Yeah, no, but it is out on Switch. Yep. I have it Switch. And a buddy of mine bought the PC copy for me. There's a physical PC version, but it's only available in certain countries. He's in Sweden, and he bought the Swedish copy for me, and he's going to send it to me. So yes, Switch. There is a Switch copy, but it's very hard to find. So you can download it, and there's a sale right now. I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at the Paradox. Let's look at the Paradox site real quick and see if the sale is still going on, and if the sale includes Empire of Sin. I'm not actually sure if it does, but I know they have a sale, the lunar sale going on right now. These are 20%, 75%. That's really good. Browse all games on sale. Empire of Sin may not be on sale at the moment. It looks like I'm just entering whatever. It is not on sale at the moment. Although, let's see, is it? Nope, it's not on sale. But so you can buy it wherever. Looks like everything else is on sale. Probably because it's such a new game still. This is cool. Planetfall, Age of Wonders Planetfall. I kind of want to play this. I have a copy of it on my computer. I have Stellaris too. Stellaris is a bit of higher learning curve, but Empire of Sin isn't too high of a learning curve. So I got a PC copy of KQ 2015, but it was from Hungary. Oh, there's a physical PC copy? Nice. But yes, it does play on Switch. So let's see. Can you browse the Nintendo Switch store? I don't think you can. Oh, I guess you can. Games. Shop games. See all games. Search. Boom, there it is. Oh, come on, man. Damn it. There we go. Yep, there you go. So you can buy a digital copy. There are physical copies if you can find them. They are, I think they're actually kind of tough to find. 9.9 gig. It's a pretty small game, all things considered. TV mode, tabletop mode, handheld mode, so you can play it on the Switch Lite if you want. But yep. FPS is tanking again. Are you guys getting that? You guys getting FPS drops? Could be. It doesn't look too bad, but could be. Anyway, yep, that's all good. So I tell you what, let's thank everybody for coming. Whoops.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for coming. And we're gonna rate our buddy Middle Age Stream. So we will see you guys next week at 8 p.m. on Crimson Tuesday. Julia will be streaming from her channel, _Maple Mystery. If you don't know, now you know. Check her out next week, and then follow us on Twitter and social media. Check out the game. Please wish list it. Please download and play it. It's free right now.
Yes.
So you can download either version you want. They're both there. You cannot raid this channel. Uh-oh. I think
Later, Dr. Shades. Good to see you. Good to see you, all you guys.
Raid middle aged stream. Did I type it wrong? There we go. Boom. So yeah, make sure you download the game on Steam. Play the demo if you haven't, and just have fun with it. And then let us know what you think too. Dude, Tonda, thank you. Thank you for having me on your stream today. I enjoyed watching, and I'm gonna check you guys out soon tomorrow. You need written permissions to raid Billy Mitchell. No, I didn't try to raid Billy Mitchell. I tried to raid our good buddy Middle Age Stream, aka Jimbles. He's a talking beer glass, and he has the best production I've seen of anybody on Twitch, to be honest. Is anybody? Have you seen anything better than what he does?
No.
I like Cringer. I was watching Cringer today too. Cringer was streaming Empire of Sin. If you know who Cringer is, and he'll probably be doing that again tomorrow. He does like early in the day streams. He's really enjoyable to watch, and he's kind of like more of a chill dude. But he was doing some singing, and his singing is hilarious. So, all right, guys, thank you. Julia, is there any last minute you want to say?
No, just thank you guys for coming. This was awesome, and Dan did a real good job tonight, so he gets to come back for another week. Next couple weeks.